Hello, my dear student. Subject name is business law, and today topic is classification of the contract. This is the fourth topic in the unit 1. References. The today PPT has been made from these sources. Today topic is classification of the contract. It means the type of contract or type and kinds of contract. Contract may be classified depend upon the basis. On the basis of the validity, the contract is of following type, is of 5 types: valid contract, void contract, voidable, illegal contract, and unenforceable contract on the basis of validity. And on the basis of the formation, the contract is of 3 types: express contract, implied contract, and quasi contract. And on the basis of the performance, the contract is of 2 types: executed and executory contract. So we can say that contract may be classified depend upon their basis. If the basis is of validity, 5 contract is made, and on the basis of the formation, 3 contract is available, and on the basis of the performance, 2 contract is two type of contract is available. Now on the basis of the validity, that is a first point. On the basis of the validity, there are, you can say, 5 contracts. And the first one is valid contract. Valid contract means are those contracts which fulfill all the essential element of the valid contract. Means the contract which fulfill all the essential element of the valid contract are laid out as by the section of the 10 of the Indian Contract Act 1872. And these essential element necessary required to form a valid contract. If the contract have all these elements which are required to form a valid contract, that means this contract is called as valid contract. And the essential element, basically in the previous video I have discussed with you the 11 elements that are required to form a valid contract. And in order to make a valid contract, all the 11 elements should be there to make a valid contract. तो valid contract में सब essential elements होने चाहिए, तभी इसको valid contract बोलेंगे. Now, if one or more element are missing, अगर essential elements में से कोई भी element missing होता है, then the contract is either voidable, void, illegal or unenforceable कहा जाएगा. Now moving toward the second contract, that is voidable contract. When the consent of the party to form a contract is not free, whenever the consent or the acceptance party, whenever the acceptance party accepting the offer, as you know that there is 2 party involved in a contract, offer and acceptance party. Offer party means जो offer रखेगी, and the other party is who is going to accept the offer. तो जो दोनों पार्टी है, तो दोनों में से जो फर्स्ट पार्टी है दैट इज ऑफरर, जो ऑफर रखेगी, एंड देन सेकंड पार्टी इज एक्सेप्टेंस. हियर in this validable contract mention that acceptance should be free, and if the acceptance is not free and it is if any contract which is made under the circumstances, or you can say the acceptance is due to the coercion, undue influences, misrepresentation or fraud, and if the acceptance acceptance of the offer is made due to the coercion, undue influences, misrepresentation or fraud के through हुआ है, then this kind of a contract is not a free consent kind of, and this contract known as voidable. This is not a contract. So we can say that the contract which is formed due to the which is formed when the consent of the party to the contract is not free, that contract is known as voidable. तो जब भी कोई वन पार्टी की जो एक्सेप्टेंस होती है वो फ्री नहीं होती है, और उनको जो एक्सेप्टेंस होती है इट वाज प्रेशराइज बाय कोहेशन, प्रेशर के थ्रू, अंडर इन्फ्लुएंस, कुछ इन्फ्लुएंसेस के थ्रू, मिस रिप्रेजेंटेशन और फ्रॉड के थ्रू एक्सेप्टेंस होता है. In that condition, that contract is known as voidable. Let's take an example. B is a person who obtained a new scooter from the C. B person है जिसने C से स्कूटर लिया, and through some fraud, B ने कुछ frauds किया C के साथ, and then he purchased a 5,000 rupees scooter from C. Here the C, जो consent है C का, who is ready to sell his scooter to B, here the consent is not free because the consent is basically was made due to the fraud. तो fraud के through consent हुआ, that's why this kind of contract is known as voidable. Now moving toward the third contract, that is void contract. An agreement which is not enforceable by the law, this is void. कोई भी agreement जो enforceable नहीं होता उसको हम क्या बोलेंगे, void बोलेंगे. और void means ये हुआ both party do not create any legal rights or obligation to each other. It means both parties are not legally binded to each other or not legally obligated to each other to form the contract. And here you have to understand one more thing, that void contract are basically those contract which is not accepted or legally accepted by the both party. But here you have to mention one more thing, you have to understand one more thing here, is that void contract basically initially this contract in its origin time, this contract basically it's valid, but after some certain reason it become void. Or reason was basically, the reason was, you can say, the impossibility, unlawfulness और contingent event के कारण जो contract होता है, जो valid होता है, it become void. तो what exactly mean it? Let's take an example. B is a person, B एक person है, who is contracting with a C person, वो C से contract कर रहा है. बट बिफोर और ऑन द डेट ऑफ द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, जब एग्जीक्यूशन का टाइम आया, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट की परफॉर्मेंस का टाइम आया, दैट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम जो सी था पर्सन जिससे बी ने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किया, दैट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम सी पर्सन की जो है डेथ हो गई, ही इज डाई, एंड दिस contract become void on the death of the C. It means that whenever the initially period of time, whenever the B and C entered into the contract, that period of time both are alive and have fulfilled all the condition, all the essential elements condition which are required to form a valid contract. Initially both are comes under the valid contract category, but after the death of the C and at the time of the execution, this contract become void. So initially this contract is valid, but after the death of the C, it become void. So we can say that void contract is basically those contract which is not enforceable, or legally obligated to each other due to some circumstances like impossibility. It is impossible to make a contract of B and C because C is not alive. तो यहाँ impossible हो गया. कुछ unlawfulness के कारण भी ऐसा हो जाता है. Sometime whenever we make a contract with that country, आप कह सकते हैं कि कभी हमारे ऐसी कंट्री के साथ ऐसा एग्रीमेंट चल रहा होता है, जब कॉन्ट्रैक्ट चल रहा होता है जिस कंट्री के साथ हमारी कुछ टाइम पीरियड के बाद वॉर और डिक्लेयर वॉर हो जाता है. लाइक वी कैन से दैट if a person who is living in India and other person who is living in Pakistan, and before 2 years they both have make a contract with each other, and that period of a time the contract is valid, but after you can say at present scenario the Pakistan and India has some conflict with each other, and there's some kind of war is created, and right now we can say that it is unlawful to make a contract with such country, where the unlawful to make such contract with the other country. So as a time period, that period of time, this contract is basically a void contract. So basically void contract are those contract which is not enforceable due to the some certain reason, like impossibility हो सकता है, maybe the both party में से one party की कुछ कोई, it's impossible to make a contract, maybe the first person or the second person die at the time of the execution of the contract. So it depend upon this is basically a void contract. So moving towards the next, which is an illegal contract. Illegal contract means contrary to the law. Whenever we make any contract that is against the law of the nation, that is illegal. And if we make any contract that is इन फेवर ऑफ द लॉ ऑफ नेशन दैट इज लीगल। अगर हम कोई भी नेशन के हिसाब से काम कर रहे हैं या लीगल के हिसाब से हम कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कर रहे हैं, दैट नेशन दैट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इज नोन एज इलीगल। और अगर हम कोई भी काम अगेंस्ट द लॉ ऑफ नेशन कर रहे हैं, इट मीन्स दैट इज इलीगल। एंड illegal contract basically are those contract which are specially declared to be unlawful, जिसको unlawful declare किया गया है। and this contract is basically against the law of the India। जो लॉ एनफोर्स हो रहा है इंडिया में, उसके अगेंस्ट अगर कोई भी ऐसा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है जो हम ऐसा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कर रहे हैं विच आर अगेंस्ट द लॉ एनफोर्स, or you can say that which is we make any contract that is against the public policy को के against है, like we harming the public policy, public place, or you can say we harming the public property को harm करते हुए कोई भी contract करते हैं, और we make contract that is criminal in nature, criminal kind of nature का है, that is immorally not good। So if we make any contract that is immoral and not good, criminal nature, against public policy or against the law enforced in India, so it means if we enter into any such contract, that contract is known as illegal contract। Like take an example of drugs contract। if we make any contract that is related to the drugs or selling and acceptance of the drugs, and drugs, as you know, that is basically a restricted kind of contract। तो इंडिया इज नॉट इन फेवर ऑफ मेकिंग एनी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट रिलेटेड टू द ड्रग्स। तो ड्रग्स बेसिकली इलीगल है, एंड इफ यू मेक एनी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट रिलेटेड टू द ड्रग्स, दिस ड्रग्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नोन एज illegal। I hope you understand. Now moving towards the fifth contract, that is unenforceable। Unenforceable basically a contract which is valid। Unenforceable basically valid contract होता है, but due to the some technical error or defect, or you can say that some technical formalities, paper, you can say the paperwork or the stamp registration, some kind of basic facility, basic formality are not fulfilled, that's why this contract is not unable to enforce। So that we can say that unenforceable contract are basically those contracts which are valid, but due to the some technical defect, or you can say some technical formalities or the paperwork, it cannot be enforced। सो ऐसा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट जो हो तो सकता है बट टेक्निकल डिफेक्ट के कारण हो नहीं पा रहा, बट आफ्टर whenever the technical defect is removed, this contract become enforceable। So this is enforceable where the some technical defect or occur, that's why this contract not able to become enforceable। So this is all about the on the basis of the validity. There are 5 we have discussed: valid, voidable, void, illegal, and unenforceable। Now moving towards on the basis of the classification, we can say that on the basis of the formation basis, the contract is of 3 types। तो फॉर्मेशन की बेसिस पे 3 टाइप का है। नाउ वी वुड स्टडी वन बाय वन। एक्सप्रेस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, इफ द टर्म्स ऑफ कंडीशन आर एक्सप्रेसली एग्रीड अपॉन, spoken or written at the time of formation of the contract। It means whenever we make any contract that is in express form, whenever we make any contract that is in express form, express means either in a terms of spoken or in a written format or both। Whenever we make any contract that is in spoken or written form, that contract is known as express। तो कोई भी contract जब हम spoken और written form में करते हैं, that contract is known as express। तो expression आपका होना चाहिए, वो expression spoken में हो, written format में हो, it doesn't matter, और it can be in both form। तो ऐसे contract को बोलते हैं express contract। Like take an example, राजू asked वॉच मैकेनिक्स टू रिपेयर हिज वॉच। यहाँ राजू कहता है मैकेनिक को कि उसकी वॉच को रिपेयर करो, एंड द वॉच मैकेनिक एग्री टू रिपेयर, एंड मैकेनिक इज बेसिकली एक्सेप्टिंग द ऑफर, एंड दिस इज अ स्पोकन एक्सप्रेस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट। यहाँ पर दोनों पार्टी स्पोकन बोलकर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को परफॉर्म कर रही है, दैट्स व्हाई दिस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नोन एज स्पोकन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट। नाउ मूविंग टुवर्ड द सेकंड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट अंडर द फॉर्मेशन बेसिस, implied contract। implied basically which is inferred from act or contract of the party or the course of dealing between them। Implied basically means understood। You can say that implied contract basically are those contracts where the both party may be not using a word orally नहीं कहेंगी, even not doing any contact in a written form or in a written way, but both understand each other, or both understand that they enter into the agreement uh, without using words and in a written format, but they understand through their act or behavior. So this kind of contract is known as implied, means it is understood for the both party that they are enter into the contract, but without any using any words or in a written format, they enter into that kind of contract. So what kind of contract is this we are talking about? Let's take an example. As you know that that whenever we goes into the bus, uh, we whenever we goes into the bus, we are bound to pay a prescribed fare amount to the for our travel, and we pay amount to the conductor, and he in return he give us a receipt of you can say the his receipt for the journey. So this is basically understood. We neither speak a word and not we give any written format that we are entered into the contract, but this is basically a implied kind of contract where both party, the passenger or the conductor, both understand that they both are entered into the contract, and this and contract is known as implied. So I have mentioned here, get into the public bus. तो हम पब्लिक बस में जाते हैं, यहाँ पर भी कॉन्टैक्ट हो, लाइक वेन एवर वी यूज टू गो in a restaurant. Here we enter into the restaurant without making any contact. We order something and other person or the restaurant person or the waiter is offering us what we want, and that period of time we don't know, but we enter into the contract without speaking of words and without making any written format कि हम कुछ offer कर रहे हैं या acceptance कर रहे हैं, but this is basically understand, or you can say understood kind of agreement that we both understand each other by our behavior or act that we are entered into the contract, and this is agreement is known as implied. Now moving toward the quasi contract. Quasi contract is basically a half contract, or you can say that it is basically a contract which is made from the one side, or you can say that it is basically obligation which is created by obligation which is created by the law. This is a, you can say that this agreement, this quasi contract cannot be called as contract. They are regarded as relationships similar to the contract. They are not created by the agreement, but are imposed by the law on the account of the special circumstances which exist between the party. So we can say that ये ऐसा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है जिसमें कि वन पार्टी लीगली ऑब्लिगेटेड हो जाती है टू परफॉर्म द एक्ट ऑफ द एग्रीमेंट. तो यहाँ पर वो लीगली बाइंडेड हो जाती है, तो वन पार्टी होती है, सेकंड पार्टी इसमें इन्वॉल्व नहीं होती है. बट व्हाट काइंड ऑफ एग्रीमेंट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट? लेट टेक एन एग्जांपल सो यू गेट मोर एग्जांपल आइडिया. लाइक इफ अ ट्रेडमैन ए इज अ ट्रेडमैन लीव्स गुड्स एट सी हाउस बाय मिस्टेक. एज यू नो दैट एक ट्रेडमैन है, एक पर्सन है सेल्समैन ए नाम का, एंड ही लीव्स, उसने सी हाउस में कुछ घर में कुछ सामान छोड़ा, बट he has to leave goods at B house, नॉट ऑन सी हाउस. तो यहाँ मिस्टेकली उसने सी के हाउस में घर छोड़ दिया, सामान छोड़ दिया है बाय मिस्टेक, एंड सी ट्रीटेड गुड एज इज ओन, और सी को लगा कि दिस इज गुड्स इज उसका खुद का गुड्स है, बट यहाँ पर सी इज लीगली बॉन्डेड, सी इज लीगली बॉन्डेड टू पे फॉर द गुड्स और रिटर्न टू द goods to the B party. So this is a legal bondation applied to a C that they have to return the goods to the B or they have to pay for the goods. So यहाँ पर basically quasi contract में automatically एक बाउंडेशन क्रिएट हो जाती है फ्रॉम वन पार्टी कि दे हैव टू फुलफिल ऑल द ड्यूटीज एंड राइट्स ऑफ द ड्यूटीज एंड राइट ऑफ द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, क्योंकि दूसरी पार्टी को पता नहीं होता. तो यू कैन ऑल्सो टेक एन वन मोर एग्जाम्पल. Ajay find a purse lying on the road. A person name is Ajay and he find a purse lying on the road, and he is legally under the obligation, he is legally binded to find the true owner and return to hit him. तो यू कैन से दैट जो अजय है उसको एक रोड में सामान मिला, एक पर्स मिला, एंड ही इज लीगली बाइंडेड टू फाइंड द ट्रू ओनर, उसके ट्रू ओनर को फाइंड आउट करना एंड रिटर्न टू द to him, और वो सामान देना. This is basically a quasi contract where the other party is not involving, but only one party is legally bonded to perform the agreement, or you can say contract duties and rights. तो ड्यूटीज को परफॉर्म करना यहाँ पर दोनों एक पार्टी की तरफ से कंपल्सन हो जाता है, बिकॉज दे आर लीगली बाइंडेड टू परफॉर्म दैट राइट और ड्यूटीज अंडर द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. दिस इज द क्वासी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. So now this is all about the classification on the basis of the formation. 3 types: express, implied and quasi. Now moving for the third classification according to the performance. The contract is basically classified according to the performances of basically 2 types. तो contract 2 type का होता है on the basis of performance. The first one is executed and second one is executory. Executed means which is done, means whenever the both party you can say have fulfilled their respective terms and obligation, and therein nothing remains to be done by other party. It means that both party make an offer and acceptance, and they enter into the contract. Both party fulfill their obligation and terms and condition under the contract, and contract is completed and nothing remains to be done by the other party, and this contract is known as executed. means दोनों के दोनों contract में जो भी obligation थी, offer and acceptance की, दोनों के दोनों fulfill हो गए. There is nothing remains left, and the both party have performed their duties, and this is contract known as executed. Let's take an example. A agreed to paint a picture for B. A agree to पिक्चर B के लिए पिक्चर को पेंट करने के लिए एग्री हुआ. कितने रुपीज में? 100 रुपीज में. When A paint the picture and B pay the price, यहाँ B ने जो पिक्चर, A ने जो पिक्चर पेंट करने के लिए कहा था B को, A एग्री हुआ पेंट करने के लिए B के घर में, तो 100 रुपीज के लिए बात हुई, एंड A जो पर्सन था उसने अपना काम कर दिया, एंड बी ने क्या किया, उसको उसके बदले का पैसा दे दिया क्योंकि ए ने उसके लिए पेंट किया था. व्हेन द बोथ पार्टी परफॉर्म देयर एप्लीकेशन एंड दिस कंटेंट नो दैट, और यहाँ पर कंप्लीट हो गया दोनों का टास्क, और कंप्लीट यहाँ पर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट भी कंप्लीट हो गया, और दोनों ने अपनी परफॉर्म ड्यूटीज जो थी वो फुलफिल कर दी. दैट इज एग्जीक्यूटेड, मतलब मीन्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इज कंप्लीटेड. सेकेंड वन इज एग्जीक्यूटरी. एग्जीक्यूटरी मीन्स ऑन द वे. Executory means an executor contract is one which both the party have yet to perform their obligation. It means that contract is made, but the obligation of both party, offer and accepting party, yet to complete. Means abhi completed nahi hui hai. If it is a contract where the both parties have still to perform their respective contractual obligation. Their contractual obligation yet not filled or yet not fulfilled. In this context, some of remains to be performed at the future date. It means that executory is basically that kind of a contract which to be performed at the certain period of a time, or you can say in a future period of a time. So that kind, it means their contract is formed, but the obligation or the performance of the both party are not fulfilled yet. Let's take an example. B is a person promised to सप्लाई 60 kg राइस टू द सी पर्सन. बी एक पर्सन है जिसने 60 kg राइस सप्लाई करने को एग्री हुआ सी को फॉर द रुपीज 1500. दस द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इज एग्जीक्यूटरी, और एक्चुअल में अभी बोथ पार्टी, बी ने प्रॉमिस किया बट एग्जैक्टली उसने सप्लाई नहीं किया है, एंड सी पार्टी ने अभी तक 1500 रुपीज दिए नहीं है, एंड बोथ पार्टी शेल परफॉर्म देयर रिस्पेक्टिव ऑब्लिगेशन एट फ्यूचर डेट whenever the B person actually sell or supply 60 kg and the C person pay the B person 1500 and this task is completed, then only we can say this is executed. Otherwise, whenever they have not performed their duties, this is contract known as executed, means on the way they have, nobody has performed their obligation or the contractual obligation. So this is all about the contractual classification we have discussed. So now moving toward the assignment part. Of course, at every video you will find assignment, and this is here again I'm giving you assignment number 4. This assignment has 4 questions, and 4 questions is basically related to the kind of contract. The first one question is basically you have to be explain me why, you have to explain me B agreed to pay 6,000 to C for drugs. बी एग्री हुआ है 6,000 सी को देने के लिए, ड्रग्स के लिए. तो ये किस टाइप का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हुआ, व्हाट टाइप कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इट इज, एंड एक्सप्लेन व्हाई. आपको बताना है किस टाइप का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हुआ. और ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ऐसा किसी भी टाइप का आप बताओगे जो मैंने आपको क्लासिफिकेशन बताई है, यू हैव टू एक्सप्लेन मी व्हाई दिस इज कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इज कम अंडर दिस कैटेगरी एंड व्हाई. आपको एक्सप्लेन करना है कौन सा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हुआ और एक्सप्लेन करना है क्यों. नाउ सेकंड क्वेश्चन इज बी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट टू सप्लाई सम स्पेसिफिक पेंटिंग टू सी. इफ बी कम बैक फ्रॉम द अब्रॉड आफ्टर सी इज डाइड. और आपको बताना है कि अगर ऐसा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हुआ तो उसमें किस टाइप का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होगा, क्या आपको एक्सप्लेन करना है क्यों इसको इस कैटेगरी में रखा गया है इस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट की. नाउ अगेन द थर्ड क्वेश्चन, रमेश ऑब्टेन न्यू बाइसाइकिल फ्रॉम द चंदन एंड थ्रो सम फ्रॉड at rupees of 7,000 and the consent of the Chandan is not free, and you have to tell me what type of contract is it and why. Now the fourth question, Ajay find a purse lying on the road, and Ajay is a person who is find a purse on the road, and he legally under the obligation to find the owner and return to him. What type of contract it is, आपको बताना है किस type of contract हुआ, और again आपको यहाँ पर mention करना है and why. You have to explain why. यहाँ मैंने लिखा नहीं है but you have to mention here why. Now again I'm giving you a guideline. This is very most important thing while making an assignment. You have to follow this guideline. First, your assignment should be in handwritten form. Second, do not copy answer from other. Do it yourself. As I have seen that in an earlier assignment, most of the students have copied from each other, and when I have mentioned it their name too. So again, I hoping that you are not repeating such mistake again, and otherwise I will not put 0 marks for those students who have their assignment is copied. Third point is mention your name, father name, and before writing the answer. आप अपना आंसर मेंशन करते हुए, most of the student काफी स्टूडेंट है जिन्होंने अपना नेम मेंशन नहीं किया, you have to put your name, father name, and then you have to write your answer. तो ये इजी हो जाता है, तो आपको मेंशन जरूर करना है. दिस इज मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग, अदरवाइज किसी के मार्क्स किसी और में मिल जाएंगे. तो यू हैव टू बी कॉन्शियस अबाउट दैट कि पुट योर नेम एंड लास्ट डेट विद इन 20 आवर्स 24 आवर्स. आपको 24 घंटे के अंदर आपको इसको रिप्लाई करना है. तो यू हैव अ 1 डे, विद इन 1 डे यू हैव टू रिप्लाई असाइनमेंट. आपको बहुत अच्छे से सोच समझ के यू हैव टू पुट इट इन योर वर्ड्स. तो and where to submit. Again, I'm giving you Google form after the lecture, and you have to follow this link and you put your assignment over there. So this is all about your assignment part, and this is all about the today lecture. Now, okay, thanks.